had in the past, but just it's a lot at the moment for my people. I keep training up the female panthers because once they're old enough, they're just going to breed like flies and I'll just have a meat supply. Same with basically anything, I guess. I have beds and shit out here that nobody's hauling. It's a disgrace. These are good ones too. I want these to go in here. I don't see why they're not taking it to where it needs to be, so I'll just build it. That's all food and random shit. There's components and stuff. They'll get built into stuff. Almost at turrets. For the love of fuck, as soon as that hits, we're going to have turrets. I better save this too. Okay. So I'm up by 5. Side to side is the exact same amount, and I'm taking it up by 43 by the look of it. So let's try this again. Lower down where we were expecting it to be. 43 up to, I can't see the number. 43. Okay. Now inside this, I don't need it to be highlighted the whole way. And what I did wrong last time is I took that away. That's actually the center circle, which is where I probably did wrong before. And now take it down to here and put an inner circle part, or inner square, I guess, to work with. So, all right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's take that more obvious. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 to here. That is the... This is a center 3. Okie dokie. So, center... This should be literally the same as before. It just should be more obvious. Okie dokie. And... God, I love that noise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It always sounds like they're surprised that they got shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okie dokie. So here's center. So we've got center, center, center looks in like it's fucking even. That would be good. Okay. So I think the problem was I took this too far over before. Yeah. And I'd like to get to a point where I have one of those like little people with like the little lights and they like dance and stuff. Of course this is on fire. And why hasn't this been shot yet? You guys can deal with that. I'll leave you with that. I trust that you'll figure it out. Okie dokie. So center line doesn't exist. So these are supposed to be walls. So let's see. They might think about it. So what I want to make it a little bit easier for me to figure out what I'm doing here. I'm going to pause it. I don't want them to actually build this straight up yet. But I need these central lines to kind of like work with it better. These are the lines I'm actually going off. Okay. So they're the 4. I didn't actually have these center parts. What did I have? I had it indented outward. Like here. Cancel. Yeah, I want the bigger thing that says cancel, thanks. Like that. Now, I could actually make this an air conditioner's room type thing, like a vent if I wanted to. But I need this to come down a line. I guess that kind of like updents it, doesn't it? But that's fine. We can work with that. A little bit easier to work with than what I had. I just don't want them to build those inner 2 lines yet. Because I'm actually thinking about using the other... Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you put a straight line, please? Okay. Indent's fine. I don't know which side I'm going with that yet, but I'm probably going I should probably go to the inner line, honestly, but then it'd be easier if I do the outer line. I can have doors there, so I guess I'll go to the outer line. It'll be fine. This is quite ambitious, and I've got to repeat this shit down the bottom too, so I hope that I remember what I'm doing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't get me wrong, this place is going to be, like, relatively speaking, quite a huge base. Once it's all up and running. Oops. I need that to be an extra spike. Yeah, I should do is put fucking, like, circles off to the side of this. I mean, it's easier to use, like, triangles and shit, but, like, circles exist. Alright, let's fix up this bullshit. And that one. Okay. So, now that I can tell what that is, what I want to see is from there, it'd be... Makes it a little bit easier to tell where a square would go. There we go. There to there should be... Something's not right. Because it should be equal on both sides to a point. Oh, for the love of fuck. Why can't these things ever build out neatly? I don't see how this could be wrong. Let me slap that back in there. So, by the basis of this, if I went up perfectly from here, stay focused... There, right? Indented, indented. There's the square. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. Furniture, structure, structure. There we go. I want this to be a square with a gap, which means that these walls... I'll fix them up in a sec. Okay, I don't want walls there. Or do I? No, I kind of do, hey. Because this part's got to be missing. I don't know, I'll fucking figure it out. It's fine. Okay, so those are those ones walls. That would mean that I'd want these removed. Could actually make these 4 separate kitchens. That would also be very cool. I was supposed to have it have a line between it. Which means I've done this wrong. Even though that's on the dot. I need it to have it that... Yep, alright. I think I figured it out. Okay, so what I need is this line not to exist across the board. Yep, indented. It's fine, and that now gives me this. Jesus Christ, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to replicate this bullshit. Okay. So getting rid of that, that, and that. Not quite the pointy base that I was expecting, but I don't hate it. I went outward instead of inward, which makes it more flat instead of pointy. I can work with that because I can put a door on there or whatever. And if I want to, I can remove these extra little bits. Like here and here. Yeah, that makes it look a bit more like it's supposed to. I feel like that's moved over, but I don't understand how my mind is seeing that. But anywho, that's kind of the shape that I wanted. Did want it to stick out a bit more with the point, but I need to have doors unless I have them on the inside. Now, these rooms should be big enough for, it looks like, possibly the exact same size as this, so I should be able to halve them again and make them into queen bedrooms. Double bedrooms, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they'll have space. Give me a shit ton more beds in a more visually nice way. Let's get rid of you there. Okay. If that's the case, then I do want spikiness on this, I guess. You go out by 2. If I go out by the 2, the inner ones aren't touching, so can't really do that. Yeah, you guys can't touch like that. You guys can't touch there. My goodness. The only way I could do that is by taking it inwards one more and making this inner box smaller, which I'm not against. Let's just do that. It's going to be easier. Slightly smaller kitchens. These rooms moved over by a fraction. See how it all goes. Okay, so what I want is this center line gone. I can see it. Holy crap, it gets so hard to see that. Okay, I want that gone. I realistically don't want the corners to be touching, and I do want this to come down, which means that this inner part's not thingy. Hey, Phoenix. I saw you come in here. Don't think I didn't. Try to be all stealthy, but he doesn't know I'd already seen him. Alright, get rid of the corners. I will let them hit play at the moment because it's not like they can really get in here and do too much damage. The only thing with this is it is a bit of wasted space for them to be walking around, but it is also enclosed, so if I want to do stuff with that, that's fine. Okay, at the moment they've got all these corners are touching, and I kind of don't want that. I want them to come level with where the dots are. It's like that. I need to get rid of this central part. Get rid of that. Okay. They don't go upwards like that. Definitely gives me that little bit of extra space. I want these capped off like that. They're going to start building this soon, I can fucking tell. And I don't think I've got that much wood, to be fair. But this whole area up here is going to need to be wood chopped anyway. So they might as well go ham on it. You guys can do some random ass wood chopping down here where it's a bit thicker with stuff. If you guys get all the way down there, I'll be happy with that. Let's keep going with this. So my point was that I wanted these to come to an actual point like that, which I think requires it to go up by 2 sets. Oops, wrong point. That's the point. Which means this would be touching there. Oi! Stop it! Don't you howl at me. They're chasing each other around because it's late at night. I told something then to stop being built, this one here. Okay, well that's going to prevent them from walking up through there, but I don't really see it being that much of an issue. I figure if they're going to walk up here, they'll walk up through here, right? I can always move that over if I wanted to. I could move it over and bring it down like a chunk if I had to. Or I could potentially make a secondary pen on the opposite side of the bottom that has like a different slew of animals or something, you know? Maybe the ones that don't go out on the hall or whatever. That still works. That's definitely more of the shape that I wanted to throw in there. Now, the only reason for this was that it will allow me to have 4 unique kitchens and a whole bunch of bedrooms. It doesn't go to the edge there. The other thing I had was this was indented as well. Okay, I didn't even notice that at first. That's got to go. Because the other option that I had was to make this like one big thing. Let me just get my other image. Oh. That one? Yeah, that one. Okay, slap this in here too. The other one uses, instead of it being inverted space, it kind of just has like 4 bedrooms meshed to it, which I don't really mind how that looks either. That kind of looks like a fan. Maybe next time. I don't mind how this looks. Where's my game? There it is. Alright. So I think this will allow me to have cleaner kitchens honestly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if I have like kitchen area up here and this is more of like a work area, they'll work better for me. And if I wanted to, I could make like an area, a dining area. I don't know if I could put, how big of space is this? This is a 3. How big is the biggest table? We got 4, right? Should be fine. I can't fit that up in there. If I wanted to indent it by 1 more, it might fit. I could probably take it out by 1 more, actually. Hold up. That might work better. I'm definitely not going to be able to replicate this shit. That is for certain. You get it, little cat. I was like, what the hell is dying near me? And then I look over and this cat's like obviously going to kill and eat something. I'm like, well, good on it, you know? These are more so just stylized homes, by the way. Like, I don't have to be doing it like this. But by the look of it... Ooh, I also like that, but useless in its own way. I haven't really spent a long time, like, design building something and, like, semi-failing at building it as I'm going, you know? Been a while. Okay, let's get these corners indented. Alright. So I think that's supposed to be the shape that I need to have. What this should allow me is 2 sets of bedrooms per thing, which is a great amount. I should be able to slap 2 double bedrooms on every one of these. Even though this thing itself is quite a huge design. The only other way that I can do this is, you see this inverted like space here that I'm not using, right? Is the wall actually goes all the way out to it, and this comes in by 1. So this becomes like a 3 wide walkway on both ends. And you end up having like these 4 rooms married up to the corners, like a little fan on either side. It's very pretty, but I just wanted it to have more room for them to move around and stuff. So I thought this would work a little bit better. It's kind of narrow, but I don't really hate it either. I definitely wouldn't mind having one of the other shape. But if I did that, I'd probably have to get rid of this one or something, you know, to do it. But holy hell, what a fucking design. I can get rid of all my training wheels things here, because this is... Anything I need to know to go down to the other one is it's 43 by 43 and up by 5. So I should be able to do that. And I'm just going to quickly throw those down now before I fucking forget. So up by 5, 5. This is going to be a nightmare to replicate it. So that looks like it's 44, 45 to that. That ain't right. So in what way did I fuck up down here? Or did I just have it like 46 or 46? Because I've already gotten rid of this, don't I? I had it from here to here. And that's not the size that it essentially ended up being. But it was between here to begin with. And that was 43. So for some reason down the bottom I made it out by 2 extra, which is why it doesn't look quite right. These 2 are in line. These 2 are in line perfectly. And this one is in line with that perfectly. And I'd say this one's probably perfect to that, but this one's off by 2. Holy shit, I've got to move this whole thing over by 2 squares. Delightful. Alright, well that's going to be fun. That also requires me to put it on water, so I may have to redesign these. I may have to just make them smaller. That's okay, we got time. So assuming that I'm not taking it out by that much, take that line back to here. So where is it? Here. To 5. No, that's not the right line. Hold on. This one is... There's the 5. I need you to go to 43. and 243. Let's just make sure that actually stayed its line. Yeah, 43, 43. So you've got to come over by 2. This whole structure's got to come over by 2. Holy shit. That's something I'll work on next. That's going to be great fun. Now this thing, I shouldn't need a single supporting beam across this entire area. I'm actually amazed that I haven't seen anybody also come up here and work on anything either. So I want your doors to be on these outer bits. It should look really nice once it's all done. Also, I'm noticing a lot of wildlife just like chilling around the map. Kind of needs to be wiped out. Now for inner doors, I should actually probably indent this by more and just like make a special space or some shit like that, but I don't know. I'll probably end up just putting like a grand statue or some shit right here. Be fine. It's not like it's going to sit evenly either though. Okay. It'll just be like a lit up space and I'll put a statue in the center, I think. So this would end up being like a different kind of tile. But for now, let's give you guys marble. Can I just do it to that? Yeah, I can. Okay. Let's copy this. Now I'm going to want slate, obviously, in the bedrooms. Because slate bedrooms are awesome. It's going to be a bit of a task to get this all to, like, sit in here properly. This is going to keep them busy as shit. I'm actually glad that I don't have to do any, like, quests at the moment. I would imagine that nobody's building anything under the pretense of it at the moment, but I will end up building the inner parts first because I want to move kitchens and shit up here. Okay. I don't know what that is, but that shouldn't be barred off. Okay, so what I want is... Got all of that. Okay, I want you guys not to do this part first if I can. Okay, I can't just tell you not to do that. I want... Yeah, this is going to be hard. All of this area, please. Don't work on it yet. Waste of time. Now, same with over here. Don't work on that. Down here. Don't work on that. I need the rooms to be made first. Don't work on it. There we go. Oh no. Don't you click on weird shit for me. There. Ugh. This lot of stuff I need you to actually work on. I want the center part done first because then I'll put up a roof. I'm going to want a roof in this area though, in the walkways. But I can't put that up yet. I want electricity coming from it. So this is going to be interesting because I can't have it touch that one. But I'm going to have to bring it in. And at some point here, I'm going to have it touch that as well. That should be fine. Very interesting because I believe the last time I made something like this, I put it perfectly over the top of like 2 areas so it could only get power from either side, not from both. So this grid's going to be pretty massive on its own. Although with the amount of like short circuiting I'm getting, I definitely have, by the looks of it, enough power for this elaborate design. Okay, I think that's all touching. Except for across the way here. Anyway, I'll probably allow that as like that. It comes out in like 2 straight lines. There we go. Alright, so that's all going to have power. And what I want is production. I want this to be, well, I want it to be food. Half of it's going to be electric and half of it's going to be wooden stoves. I don't know if these need what do you call them? Those other little workbench thingies be near them or not. I haven't actually chosen where to put a door on these inner parts yet, actually. Let's just quickly figure that out. I've got it probably on the outer parts, like here. Probably work best. Production, electric stoves. Probably slap 2 to that direction. I do want a couple of these to be butchering rooms as well, honestly. Take it to the corner like that. I can't put that there because there's a tree. It's super hard to see this. I'm guessing I'll have like cooking on the bottom and butchering up the top. Although I am very, very far away from like my storage area. So what I could have done... Oh, for God's sake, stop. Alright, let me come back up here. So the only other thing I could do is make these into actual like multi-use rooms where I have like a multitude of stuff in one room. Like make one cooking, one butchering. Could definitely do that. Hold up. Let's get this back down here. Yes, I want to replicate that. Oh my God, please stop. Just stop doing the stop, huh? Take this, take that. Not specifically that yet. I want that. Then you can give me the power conduit going in there. Okay, so yes. Fueled stuff, electric smitties. I should be able to get that to there. And I know that it doesn't matter too much with the doorways, but it does on some level. So if that's the case, let's stop you. Look like you guys were already building it anyway. Also, you guys aren't going to be allowed in there soon, so hedge your bets on where you're going to be. I need one of these at least to be in here. I hate it when I've got to like find a spot for something and it doesn't quite sit. Oh, cool. We finished the gun turrets. I'm going to need sterile materials soon. But first, let's do colored shit. Because we haven't picked something fun for a while. Now I'm going to get my turrets up in a minute. See, where was that thing? Why is something starting to roam away? Why is the pen listed as not closed? Okay. Sam, you're right here. Can you go build that? Anything I hate about it being a solo pen, honestly. Okay. In here. And the only other thing I could have done was made this the other design. Yes, I know everything's roaming. And the other design would have allowed me to have 4 separate kitchen/butcheries and like a dining hall in the center, or potentially a storage area in the center. A storage area I wouldn't have been able to refrigerate though. So this will work a bit better, I think. So I was putting, I don't even know if I got to put it down yet. Missing. Yes, I'm well aware everything is trying to roam right now. Put you there, and I'm going to pop a second one here. Based on that out by 3 from a wall, it should be up by, it should be there. And there. Okay. I'm probably going to need these in all the rooms, but that's fine. Production, I want... Where is the butcher's thing? Here. Cool. So I want you, and I want you. You and you. You and you. And you and you. Alright. Now I'm also going to need to bring lights in here too. That's going to be interesting. I remember with butchery areas. I used to do with red lights, actually. I used to quite like the novelty of like, oh, the butchering area is red. But it is very hard to see when it's dirty. So it's all going to have to be white, unfortunately. Let's see, where's some lights? Going to have the space on either side of here, I believe, for lights. Is it there and there? Yeah, so that'll be fine. I'm definitely going to have room for lights to be here. Should be fine. I can't wait for colored lights because I'll get rid of those for now. That can cut that. This area kind of needs to be harvested, guys. Don't do that to me. This area is an area that can... No. You... Yeah, you knew what I was on about. There we go. This area in here can fuck off, though. This, let me click on it. I do need this to stay growing the hay grass, though, if I can. I'm not sure how I managed to fuck up the distance between the two, and all I'm thinking is I did the wrong build to measurement, because if that's 13, yeah, that's 15. It is over by 2. It should be here. All right, well, this is going to be fun. Get this done while I think of it. So essentially to there and to there. You might as well just move out while you're doing it. Like I said, I'm going to have to fix up the, spaces as well. By the way, how's this guy doing? I haven't seen him